Hello， 大家好，本期的老司机玩车，我们来看一辆雪佛兰科尔维特，它是一辆科尔维特 C7 的 Z06 版本。那么这次呢，我们是连它的车主一起来介绍啊。那么车主 Brian， can you introduce yourself to the audience first?
My name's Brian Knight.
Yeah.
The proud owner of this blue thing here.
Yeah, the blue monster here. Many people talk about the American style motorsport. They'll talk about the drag racing or the NASCAR. Something goes straight or it's always turning left. So what kind of racing you have?
Road racing, circuit racing, drag racing, off-road racing. Not with this.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I run a heating and air conditioning business in the Southern California area.
You save our lives.
Yes.
Let's talk about this car. First of all, from outside, it looks like a lot of carbon fibers.
Carbon fiber from Anderson Composites over there.
Yep.
All the carbon fiber was installed by them.
Make the car a little bit lighter.
A little bit lighter and looks different than everybody else's.
Yeah, that's most important, to make the car looks different.
Yes. Prefer to drive unique vehicles, not the same thing. I don't want to pull up next to the stoplight here and see another blue Z06 pull up next to me with...
Well, that would be too bad. As I know that the Corvette is all about going fast. It's not only the looks charming, it's not the Corvette too. So what do you do for the performance thing?
There's an AFE intake.
Yep.
An ATI lower pulley.
Can you pop the bonnet? I always say the bonnet. It should be pop the hood to show us. Whoa, that's really a nice intake here.
It's carbon fiber hydro dip.
Ah, yeah, it's got a the cooler intake.
Yes, and then the carbon fiber here underneath the hood.
The rest of the modification, like
we have
exhaust?
A catback Corsa exhaust system. It's quite a bit louder, a lot freer breathing. Add a little bit horsepower, 25 horsepower. Maybe.
25.
Maybe.
How about the ECU remapping?
Slightly.
Sorry. So how much horsepower we were talking about now?
Total increase, I'd say we're at 650 to the rear wheels now.
We're talking about more than 700 horsepower on the crankshaft. How you enjoyed the difference from the stock 06 on the public road?
I enjoy the car equally, whether I'm on the track or on the road. But honestly, the only time to have real fun is on a track. It's too dangerous out there with the general public.
What kind of the feelings do you give you?
Well, anybody who's an adrenaline junkie,
yeah.
You know, adrenaline makes your heart beat. They know what it gives you. It gives you that heartbeat.
Wow.
Makes you feel alive.
The feeling of the heartbeat. Wow, that is something you just can't tell. You can only feel. So, how about a test drive to demonstrate what this car is capable of?
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I think it's the first time in my episode that I sit in the co-driver's seat. You know how badly I want to drive this monster. Wow, that's really a monster. But there's a word in China that the car you love is just like a wife you love. You never handle it to anyone else. That's why I have to stay in the co-driver's seat and let my friend to demonstrate this car to me. Oh, I like that one. Right in the nose. I never see that coming. There's a lot of acceleration we have here. I noticed that the car has already mounted with the Michelin PS Cup 2 tires.
Correct. Well, they come from the factory on the Z07 package.
What do you think of that?
The tires themselves are amazing. They wear out quickly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trust in the tire.
Well, is it okay to drive this kind of tire on public road?
Yes, just not cold.
Any drawbacks?
Be aware of the tire and road temperature.
So it's more slippery when it's cold.
When it's cold, it's very slippery.
Yeah. How about this wet?
Wet's not bad. You just change it to weather mode here.
Yep.
And it detunes the car, so it's not horrible.
All right.
I've driven it in the rain. It's not as bad as people say.
We'll get this car already with the 07 package. It's already much faster and much much crazy than a stock car. And what makes you think you have to do more with it?
Well, once you get used to something, you always want more. I'm not sure if that's an American thing or universal, but you buy a bicycle and
Always
it's okay, and then you want to make it better. So you get used to what's there and you want to make it better.
So maybe you can give us some professional opinions about how to modify correctly when you want some performance.
Well, you need to go to a competent builder first.
Yep.
And the best modification is the driver modification.
Yeah.
Improve your own skill with what you have first. Once you get to the limits of that machine,
yep,
then you can step up the horsepower. Or you can just go all the way and...
So the first thing we need to modify is something between the seat and the steering wheel.
Exactly. Right between your ears.
Yeah, that's exactly why I always suggest the people that who buy a performance car to train yourself first. It's important to you have the capability to handle this kind of monster before you upgrade it. So for the upgrade thing, then you go for the power. So what kind of thing is good for let's say American style?
Some people are happy with 1,000 horse people.
Yep.
Some people are happy with what the vehicle comes with. It's a very personal choice.
Yep. So what do you always do when you want some horsepower? Not too much, just some like yours.
Intake, exhaust, supercharger pulley, ECU tuner.
All right, just a remapping.
Correct.
Yeah. And you still need some like a different kind of a gas, or just pump gas?
Right now I'm on pump gas.
Is it okay to just run pump gas?
Absolutely.
What if you want to go more horsepower again, just for racing fuel or E85?
Absolutely. Then you got to get the ECU tuned again for that to make the most of it. It'll still work with E85 for racing fuel. It's just not going to burn all that fuel perfectly.
And maybe you can just give some advice about how to join motorsport and or how to treat your vet well.
Start slowly. You can go fast. You can start slowly.
Yep.
Buy a nice car that you like to drive. Start slowly.
Yep.
Build your way up to where you're comfortable with more horsepower.
Yep.
Did that hit you?
Bad. Didn't see that coming. I just put it in my hand.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's because your car is too
I won't do it anymore.
Yeah, I can understand that because when you have a lot of horsepower, you just can't stop to taste it again and again.
Like I said, if it makes your heart flutter, that's why you do it.
Have it been some kind of dangerous and make you learn something? Is there anything you can tell me?
Cold roads. That's the only time it's ever happened is on a cold road, cold mountain road.
Yeah, tell us about it.
I did not like the way the car went sideways while passing another car.
It was a close call.
It was very close for both of us. Near my house.
Yep.
Moved into the passing lane to pass a large truck.
Yep.
And stepped on the gas, and the next thing I knew, the car was going sideways.
What did you think when?
It scared me. Luckily, General Motors did a good job with traction control,
yep,
and the car corrected itself because I don't think I was capable.
Stabilization system is correct the car for you.
Absolutely. It would have been watered up into a little piece of fiberglass.
Well, that would maybe become a whole different story.
Right.
So that's why you told us that you had to start slowly.
Correct. Once you're on a track, if you actually get on a track, cars with much less horsepower will keep up with you. It doesn't matter how much horsepower you have. If you don't know how to drive it, you're going to get beat by a VW.
That's what you people say about the VW. But then maybe this is the end of this episode. Now we learned is the one is to start slowly, and the second is to improve yourself between your ears before you modify this car.
Driver education, absolutely.
Yeah, that's important. That's the advice from a professional driver. Okay, good to see you. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.
Thank you.